finally, Skipper XO, family and friends. I'm Lieutenant Rhodes, and I would like to welcome you to Naval Air Station Corpus Christi. We are here today to recognize the hard work and dedication of these officers who are about to receive their wings of gold. Today's ceremony is the culmination of a dream that through perseverance and great effort has come to fruition. We, the instructor pilots and staff, held them to high and exacting standards as they completed this final phase of flight training. It is with great pride that we present them to you to participate in this time-honored tradition. After today's ceremony, they will be called Naval Aviators, an elite group of men and women who are committed to serving and defending their country around the world at a moment's notice. The students here were selected for multi-engine maritime and tilt-rotor aviation. They find themselves at the Navy's only multi-engine training base, Naval Air Station Corpus Christi, Texas. Upon arrival, they hit the ground running with a few weeks of intensive academics. They put this new knowledge to work right away in the simulators, where seasoned civilian instructors prepare the student aviators for their first flight in a multi-engine aircraft. After ground school and initial system simulators, students are placed in the cockpit of a T-44 to learn the basics of flying multi-engine aircraft during the day and night. Just as they start feeling comfortable with the plane, instructors introduce simulated engine failures, flight control malfunctions, and other various emergencies. Remaining calm, cool, collected, combined with the possession of strong technical knowledge, is crucial in these situations. After the contact stage, students are sent back to the simulator where they learn how to fly the aircraft under various instrument flight rules. Soon they'll be navigating an aircraft from airfield to airfield without any need to see the ground. They'll need to perfect these skills in the sim because the next step is to put these capabilities to use in the aircraft where there is little room for error. In the plane, students are forced to combine their newly acquired instrument skills with the ability to simultaneously fly the aircraft. Once students are comfortable with instrument flight in the plane, they are further challenged by performing their procedures while simultaneously dealing with simulated aircraft malfunctions. After honing these skills, students are introduced to cross-country operations, during which an instructor and the student travel around the country learning the essentials of flight planning, flying designated airways, and landing at unfamiliar airfields. After students have proven themselves in the general syllabus, they spread out to train for their individual pipelines. Navy students get a brief introduction to what P-8 missions will be like by flying overwater navigation flights only a few hundred feet above the surface of the water. Those Navy and Marine students selected to fly tilt-rotor aviation receive an introduction to flying tilt-rotor formation at low level. Ladies and gentlemen, Commander Anderson, Commanding Officer, Training Squadron 35.
Good morning, spouses, instructors, family and friends of Facebook Nation. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your special day. We all look forward to a time of handshakes and hugs instead of fist bumps and Zoom calls, but we got a mission to execute, to train the best maritime and tilt-rotor pilots in the world, and we've been busy. Speaking of sacrifices, thank you for all the sacrifices that you've made to get these men here today. The mentors, loved ones, instructors, spiritual leaders, without you, they wouldn't be who they are today and where they are today. I'd like to give a shout out to my wife, Sapanya. You make me a better person day in and day out. Hopefully they've done a better job communicating with you all what they've been up to. I know my parents would ask me, what have you been up to? And I'd say, classes, sims, flights. They would ask me what I've been learning. And I would say stuff. They'd ask me if it was hard. I would say sort of. So I'm sure they did a better job, but if not, feel free to grill them next time you talk to them. So what have they been up to? Big Unit gave the official rundown. I'm going to put it in pilot speak. So start off in Pensacola, Florida, the birthplace of naval aviation. API, Aviation Pre-Flight Indoctrination. 6 weeks of intense academics, land and water survival. After which they get to show their flight gear, their helmets, their flight suit, their boots. At which point, under the guise of breaking it in, they put it on in their apartments, danced around, and took selfies. After that, they were assigned primary flight training, either Milton, Florida, or Corpus Christi, Texas. Here they learn about flying. Take the stick, push it forward, houses get bigger. Take the stick, pull it back, houses houses get smaller. Keep on pulling back and then pushing a bunch of rudder pedal, and you depart controlled flight, enter a spin, and descend towards the ground at 6,000 feet per minute. After they mastered those skills, they selected their pipeline, either maritime or tilt rotor. The tilt rotor pilots ventured off to Milton where they learned how to hover. I don't know if any of you all have flown a helicopter before or know how to hover. The best comparison I can give you is taking a flat plate and putting a marble on top of it. If you hold real still and don't move, it's not too hard. If you catch a little wind gust though, start to move around, you got to compensate for it. At which point, from the words from the instructor sitting next to him, they hear the words, "I have controls," both relieving and fearful. At which point the instructor puts some magical inputs into the cyclic and collective and parks it right there in the middle. At which point they look over at them and ask them, "Are you ready?" And with the bead of sweat dripping down their brow, they say, "Yes sir," "Yes ma'am," and they give it back to them. It's looking real good until they catch that wind from that butterfly that flies by and they're all over the place again. But after doing that 6 times or maybe 6 dozen times, they learn how to hover. Then they come out here and join their maritime brethren for multi-engine training, where they learn about asymmetric power. So they have engine on both sides, everything's real easy to fly. And they master that, we take one of them away. Well, I don't know if you've been watching the weather here in Corpus or you've been living in it. In the summertime it gets pretty stinking hot. And so that first flight is sort of like walking out to your car in the middle of the parking lot in the middle of the afternoon. You both get in, you shut the doors, roll up the windows, and you stare at them for 15 minutes while they try to figure out how to start the thing. After that, you're both drenched in sweat, you finally turn the air conditioner on, and things get better. You go flying, and you learn an airplane's an airplane. You push the yoke forward, houses get bigger. Pull the yoke back, houses get smaller. Like I said, you go for 2 engine, then master that, then we take one away. Same thing for the squat. If you can do a squat, well, you can probably do a pistol squat too. You just gotta practice. So after they learn that, they get the instrument rating, and here we are today. It's a great day. So what comes next? SEER school. Survival, evasion, resistance, escape training. Then after that, the FRS. Fleet Replacement Squadron, where they finally get to the gray aircraft, either the P-8 or the Osprey, where they learn to become unconventional ambassadors of our foreign diplomacy, as the former SecDef Mattis would say, to protect this experiment we call democracy. And it's never been more important than today. Look no further than our national security strategy. It talks about urgency, power, and political will. Can you all hear me over there? Alright, it's plenty windy. Hopefully you can hear me on Facebook Nation. So urgency. Look no further than Iran, North Korea, extremist groups. There's individuals that hate Americans and our way of life. Look at power. Russia has invaded the country of Georgia, has invaded Ukraine and annexed the Crimea Peninsula. They want to break up NATO and undercut our ideals. And you look at political will. China wants nothing more than to revert to the ways of the Ming Dynasty and assert their authoritarian will over their neighboring countries and beyond. So, I thank these gentlemen for raising their right hand to support and defend this nation. And to the wingies. Wingies remind me of 3 things: education, war fighting, and tradition. Education. Today marks a major milestone in your quest to become lethal ambassadors of our foreign diplomacy. Keep the press on. Warfighting. Ask yourself day in and day out, what are you doing to better prepare yourself to close with the enemy, to obtain the inflappable ability to execute in the heat and confusion of battle, and to instill the fighting spirit in those under your command. And tradition. Have fun. We'll hold it down here at Corpus Christi. You go forth and conquer, and make the sacrifices of your loved ones worthwhile. Congratulations, and welcome to the club.
Thank you, Skipper. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Donnelly, Commanding Officer MATSIG 22.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Again, Colonel Bill Donnelly. I'm the commander of the Marine Training Support Squadron here, our support group here. It's an honor and a privilege to be here. It's a great day. First of all, I applaud the class for choosing to put on their uniforms, come out here and brave the unusually cool weather. You look sharp, you look great. It's a good day, and congratulations to you, and congratulations to the families, to the spouses and families that are here, to the spouses and families that are joining us via Facebook. This is fantastic. I will say that the skipper can't say it better than him, but I will say that it's really an honor and privilege to be here with the Navy Marine Corps team. We train, we fight, we deploy as a team. And it's great to be here today to see that we train and we met this milestone today where these aviators are going to earn their wings today as a Navy Marine Corps team. So it's an honor and privilege to be here for that. And it's really good to see that group over there in their dress uniforms side by side, the way we're going to deploy and the way we're going to fight. I'll tell you right now, it's very telling. As the skipper said, we've been busy during a time of a pandemic now for going on 7 months, 8 months, yet we're still training, flying, and producing quality young men and women and aviators like we see here today. It's that important to the Navy, to the Marine Corps, and to the defense of our nation that these men stand here before you today earning their wings. When everything is shut down across the country, everybody's trying to figure out how to get back to normal. We're training, we're preparing, and we're producing aviators to go out to the fleet and defend our nation. So I share the CEO's sentiment in saying thank you for stepping up to the plate, for enduring a challenging curriculum, even more challenging with COVID, and standing here today to earn your wings, which are not easily earned. So congratulations to you. I look forward to seeing you out in the fleet. You had a great challenge ahead of you, and I look forward to seeing what you do out in the fleet for our Navy Marine Corps team. Hurrah, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Without further ado, we will now conduct the winging portion of the ceremony. I will call up each winger and read a short biography, at which time whoever is pinning on their wings may come up front to join them at the nose of the plane. Additionally, Skipper Anderson will present each spouse with a Spouse Appreciation Award. Lieutenant Bergert, front and center. Lieutenant Nicholas Bergert is from Cleveland, Ohio. He earns Bachelor of Science in Aviation Security from Oklahoma State University. Lieutenant Bergert will be receiving legacy wings that were flown by his father, James Bergert, United States Navy Wing 1983. His wings will be pinned on today by his spouse, Morgan. His follow-on orders are to fly the P-8 beside at Naval Air Station, Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, I think you can go.
Lieutenant Sammy Darwish, front and center.
First Lieutenant Darwish is from Houston, Texas. He earned his Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Engineering at the University of Texas, Austin. His wings will be pinned on today by Skipper Anderson. His follow-on orders were flying MV-22 Osprey at Marine Corps Air Station, New River, North Carolina.
Awkwardly not shake hands. Congratulations. Parade rest.
1, 2, 3, look at me. Thank you.
Hey, Sammy, good job, man.
Lieutenant Junior Grade Alexander Gilgis, front and center. Lieutenant Junior Grade Gilgis
Is from Canandaigua, New York. He earned his Bachelor of Science in Applied Math from UC San Diego. His wings will be pinned on today by his on-wing, Lieutenant Wyatt. His follow-on orders are to fly to P-8 Poseidon at Naval Air Station, Jacksonville, Florida. Look at me. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations. Thank you.
Lieutenant Junior Grade Christian Hughes, front and center. Lieutenant Junior Grade Hughes is from
Asley, Texas. He earned his Bachelor of Science in Aerospace Engineering from Texas A&M University. His wings will be pinned on today by his fiancée, Cynthia. His following orders are flying P-8 Poseidon at Naval Air Station, Jacksonville, Florida.
Alright, Christine, you ready? You look at me. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Lieutenant Junior Grade Stuart Jameson, front and center. Lieutenant Junior Grade Jameson is from
Downington, Pennsylvania. He earned his Bachelor of Arts in Psychology from Florida Tech. His wings will be pinned on today by his spouse, Alexandra. His following orders are to fly to P-8 Poseidon at Naval Air Station, Jacksonville, Florida.
I'll wait.
It's okay.
Okay. Alright, here you go. 1, 2, 3. Look at me. Beautiful. Thank you.
Lieutenant Junior Grade Jameson's spouse, Alexandra, will also receive the spouse appreciation.
You burned it.
First Lieutenant William Lamb, front and center. First Lieutenant Lamb is from Garden Grove, California.
He earned his Bachelor of Arts in Cognitive Science from the University of California, Irvine. His wings will be pinned on today by his significant other, Susan. His follow-on orders are to fly the MV-22 Osprey at Marine Corps Air Station, Miramar, California.
Alright, look at me. 1, 2, 3. Well done. Congratulations.
First Lieutenant John Sachs, front and center.
First Lieutenant Sachs is from Granite, California. He earned his Bachelor of
Lieutenant Schumacher is from
Athens, Ohio. He earned his Bachelor of Science, Engineering, and Technology Management from Ohio University. First Lieutenant Schumacher will be receiving legacy wings that were flown by his father, Lieutenant Commander Chris Schumacher, United States Navy and United States Marine Corps, retired. Wing 1977, aided his grandfather, Lieutenant Junior Grade Charles Schumacher, United States Navy. Wing 1942. His wings will be pinned out today by his spouse, Jenna. His follow-on orders are to fly the MV-22 Osprey at Marine Corps Air Station, Futenma, Japan. Wells, front and center. First Lieutenant Wells is from Upper Arlington, Ohio. He earned his Bachelor of Arts in Political Science from the University of Arizona. His wings will be pinned on today by his on-wing, Lieutenant Rice. And his follow-on orders are to fly the MV-22 Osprey at Marine Corps Air Station, Futenma, Japan. Newest Flyers.